What's good? It's your boy Jay, that's me. We are going to get into SummerSlam predictions for the first ever two-night SummerSlam. And to be honest with you, it does not feel like SummerSlam. This build actually feels like either a very weak Money in the Bank or Backlash build. That's just what it feels like. None of these matches seem important. Most of these matches feel like they could take place on a random Raw or SmackDown. And there has been no thought into these matches. It just has not. So, SummerSlam is taking place on Saturday and Sunday, August 2nd and August 3rd in New Jersey at the MetLife Stadium, which holds, let me get the correct number. It can hold up to 82,500 people, which is solid. If I had to guess, SummerSlam might get maybe half of that, maybe. I don't know. I haven't really checked. So, hopefully, they could get a good 45 to 50K people to show up for both nights, which could happen. I'm not saying it will happen, but hopefully it does happen. So we have, for right now, a total of 12 matches. So hopefully by SmackDown, we can have 2 more matches added on to night 1 and night 2. So that we can have a total of 14 matches. 7 matches across 2 nights. Let's go ahead and get into night 1 of SummerSlam. We're going to start with, which should open the show, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, a.k.a. Braun. Braun, they decimated Roman Reigns and Jey Uso this past Monday on Raw. They absolutely beat the shit out of them, which was great. With that being said, though, I think Roman Reigns more than likely will end up winning this match. And I think that Bronson Reed is going to be the one to take the pin. I doubt Braun Breaker will take the pin. It doesn't make any sense. Maybe you could do Roman and Braun Breaker maybe at Survivor Series or even maybe next year's Rumble. You could even do next year's Mania, but I don't know. But that's what I would do. I am excited for this match just a little bit. But I do think that this should be the first match that we see come SummerSlam Night 1. Moving on, next, Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. If Karrion Kross wins, Sami Zayn has to say the words, Kross was right. If Sami Zayn wins, Kross must say, I was wrong about Sami Zayn. That's pretty cool there. I like that stipulation. Who wins? Probably Sami Zayn. It would make the most sense. I hope that Kross resigns with WWE. We don't know yet if he has resigned. We do know that his contract is up sometime in August. I'm not sure if it's early August or the middle of August or even the end of August, but we know come August his contract is up. I just hope that WWE were able to convince Karrion and Scarlett to stay. If not, they should go to either back to TNA or try their hand in AEW, and hopefully Tony Khan could push them to the moon. But I doubt it, because we know how he feels about big men, if we're being fucking honest. Moving on, the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. This feels like a SmackDown match, basically a SmackDown main event that you could put on television, if we're being honest. Who wins this? I would probably say, my heart says Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, but my mind says Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. If they're going to continue the Liv Morgan storyline while she's out and everything, then Raquel and Roxanne should win, and they probably will end up being the ones winning. Apparently, there's been rumors and reports that Alexa Bliss is going to probably be added to the Wyatt Six storyline in due time, so maybe that could be why they end up losing somehow, maybe. Moving on, this leads us into Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. Who wins this? Let's just have Jade Cargill go ahead and win. SummerSlam is WWE's second biggest pay-per-view of the year, not named, WrestleMania or the Royal Rumble. So you could say, technically, SummerSlam is WWE's third biggest pay-per-view of the year. But for all intents and purposes, SummerSlam is their summer version of WrestleMania. But with that being said, I think Jade Cargill should win. Tiffany's had the title for about a good, 7 months. To me, that's a fair reign. If you're going to use Jade Cargill, have her win. I personally hope Triple H turns her heel. She does her best work as a heel. Especially when she was in AEW. She was booked as a great heel. So maybe Jade Cargill cheats to win, and that's how she beats Tiffany Stratton. So there's that. Moving on from that, the tag team match, Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. So apparently, Drew McIntyre, he's still stuck in the UK. He forgot his US passport. He's been stuck in the UK ever since, which is bizarre. So apparently what's been going on Twitter/X is that The Miz, he's thinking about stepping up in case Drew can't get back in time, but I'm pretty sure he should be able to. But he would be a great substitute, because Miz is perfect for this celebrity shit. But I do expect for I do expect for Randy Orton and Jelly Roll to win. So it is what it is. Main event of night one, Gunther versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. Again, you guys, you know how I feel about Gunther. I don't care about Gunther. He's boring as fuck. The Gunther experiment, in my opinion, has failed. It is time to move on. There have been reports that higher-ups in TKO and some people in WWE are not fans of Gunther. And hopefully they pull the trigger on Saturday and have CM Punk win. If CM Punk wins, maybe Seth Rollins shows up and he cashes in on Punk to become the new World Heavyweight Champion, and we continue their feud basically for the remainder of the year. So maybe that could happen. But I think that WWE should go ahead and pull the trigger and have CM Punk be the one to finally put an end to Gunther's reign as champion. Enough's enough, man. Moving on. Night 2. This is more of a stronger card a little bit. Just a little bit. Not by much. Just a little bit. Triple threat for the Women's World Championship. Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky. This should be one of the matches of the night. Naomi's going to obviously retain. Why would she lose? She just got the title like literally last month, so why would she lose? That would make no sense. Actually, no, she got it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. My bad. Naomi needs to win. What do you do with Rhea? I guess continue to build her up, I guess. Maybe she gets the title back at the Royal Rumble or something like that, or maybe even next year's Mania. Who knows? And then what do you do with Io Sky going forward? I have no idea. Maybe you just put her in a tag team. You reunite her and Asuka, maybe. I don't know. Moving on. Sticking with the women. Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria. No DQ. No countouts. Last chance match. For the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. If Becky Lynch wins, Lyra can no longer challenge for the title as long as Becky is champion. So, Becky is going to win, but with the help of Bayley. So, this sets up for Bayley turning heel. It's a given. She's not been on WrestleMania. I mean, she wasn't at WrestleMania. She has not been announced for anything on SummerSlam. So this is her perfect way. I mean, this is a perfect way for her to get her revenge on Lyra. And I guess you continue the feud that way. But Becky's going to win this one, hands down. Moving on. My bad. Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. I'm a fan of Dominic. I like Dominic. But I think it is time for AJ Styles to win, if we're being honest. So AJ Styles wins that. Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu, steel cage for the United States Championship. Jacob Fatu needs to win this. Solo can still be booked strong another way. So there's that. Next, this match should be fun. It's a six-pack tables, ladders, and chair match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. The Wyatt Six versus Andrade and Rey Fenix versus DIY versus Fraxium versus Motion Machine Guns versus the Street Profits. Who wins this? I don't know. I'm going to go with either the Street Profits or maybe Andrade and Rey Fenix. Those are my two teams. Those are my two picks. This match should be fun. Hopefully, this is the first thing that we see for night 2. You give all these teams maybe a good 20, 25 minutes to go out there and go balls to the fucking walls on the match and, give us crazy spots and shit. I think that would be fun and cool. So, there's that. And then the main event of the evening, a street fight for the undisputed WWE Championship. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes wins. Maybe The Rock shows up and helps Cody. Maybe not. Maybe Seth Rollins shows up and he takes out John Cena. I don't know. But Cody's going to win somehow, some way. Let's say Cody does win with the help of Randy Orton. So, let's say there's a ref bump. I hate to say that. There's a ref bump. Orton hits the RKO on Cody. Hits the RKO on Cena. Cody then hits the Crossroads onto Cena, 1, 2, 3. Post-match, Randy and Cody, they celebrate for a brief moment. Randy Lobos Cody. He RKOs Cody a couple times. He beats the shit out of Cody. He punches Cody in the head. And we have, Randy Orton grabbing the title and saying, it's always been about the title for him. Cody was always, an afterthought. Cody left WWE, it's stuff that they could do. Randy needs to be a dastardly heel. They need to turn Randy into a dastardly heel again. It's time. This babyface shit that Randy's doing is boring and it's a waste of time. That's how I would book it. So I think, Cody ends up winning, and then we get a massive heel turn from Randy Orton post-match. So those are my predictions for SummerSlam. But what did you guys? What are your predictions for SummerSlam? And what match are you guys most excited for? If you want to talk about it in the comment section below, what matches are you excited for the most? I forgot to mention before I end the predictions. SummerSlam is coming on at 6 for both nights, Saturday and Sunday at 6 p.m., which is weird to me. Usually, the WWE usually has their shows at 7 o'clock. Maybe it could be like a UFC event that's going on or something like that. I don't know. And then also there's a 3-hour pre-show at 3 p.m., which is insane. So, and they don't even do pre-show matches anymore. They haven't done that since Triple H took over. If Vince was still in charge, you would probably get a match or two every hour. Every hour you get a couple matches. So there's that. But SummerSlam should be okay. And I'm hoping that we get some surprises at SummerSlam. Hopefully we get some decent heel turns and stuff like that and everything else. But we have to wait and see how it all plays out. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.